I want to talk to you today about the most important teaching in this class, showing, not telling. Showing is what brings writing to life. Telling is what deadens writing, boring both you and your reader. But it can take some practice until you get the knack of using colorful description and strong illustrations to make your discussions come alive. It's a bit like learning to ride a bike. Once you learn to balance, you'll never forget. But until that magic realization happens, you'll have to practice. In this class, we practice. It's fortunate we're reading Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, because Frankl understood the art of showing, not telling, quite well. Frankl, a medical doctor and psychologist, often shares his experiences by way of demonstrating a particular point he wishes to make about human behavior. If you read with attention, you will see how he switches his narrative from information to description, according to the requirements of his discussion. While much of the information he gives may have been available from other historical works, the real power of his approach occurs when he takes you into his experience. By showing, not telling. Consider these lines upon approaching Auschwitz. Everyone expected the train to head for some munitions factory, in which we would be employed as forced labor. We did not know whether we were still in Silesia or already in Poland. The engine's whistle had an uncanny sound, like a cry for help sent out in commiseration for the unhappy load which it was destined to lead into perdition. Then the train shunted, obviously nearing a main station. Suddenly a cry broke out from ranks of the anxious passengers. "There's a sign, Auschwitz." Everyone's heart missed a beat at that moment. Auschwitz. The name stood for all that was horrible: gas chambers, crematoriums, massacres. Slowly, almost hesitantly, the train moved on, as if it wanted to spare its passengers the dreadful realization as long as possible. Auschwitz. With the progressive dawn, the outlines of an immense camp became visible. Long stretches of several rows of barbed wire fences, watchtowers, searchlights, and long columns of ragged human figures, gray in the grayness of dawn, trekking along the straight, desolate roads. To what destination we did not know. There were isolated shouts and whistles of command. We did not know their meaning. My imagination led me to see gallows with people dangling on them. Can you see how Frankl takes you into his experience with his descriptive style of writing? As we read Man's Search for Meaning, we're there with him on the train, watching the smoke rise from the crematorium, feeling our body weaken and mind battle with the conditions of the camps. We see the capos, prisoners, and SS guards. We can, therefore, relate viscerally to his experience. This is your challenge in writing. Show, don't tell.